Hunger! Logging on to Diablo 4, baby. And as I look to the heavens and feel the power surround me and come into my body, I reach as high as I can to absorb as much as I can to get the full power that has been granted to me through hard work and dedication. Hey guys, oh God, logging on. Guys, I was looking at some stuff today. I was watching a couple of the streamers that I watch, and I realized, now I had already watched the Diablo 4 stream thing, but I realized that, let me turn it off. Hopefully you can hear me better. I realized that there's not a ladder board. I just take a minute to just let that sink in for a minute, because that's how it was for me. I sat there and I thought about it, and I was pretty upset right at first. Okay? I have to say. But the more I thought about it, the more I became unupset because, look, man, when you're dealing with the ladder in a game as popular as this one is, by most, I'm not going to say by all because that would be crazy, but by most that play it, I realized that every ladder in Diablo 2, Diablo 3, whatever, is always won by the top streamers or some guy you don't even know about, but he has all these friends and shoots him up to the top or whatever. It's always won by those kinds of people. All right. Which is fine. I mean, whatever. If you're totally dedicated to the game and you got friends, I mean, that's what it's all about. But the problem is it takes out the typical player. They know they're never going to win it. Which, if I was in charge, would make me look at the situation like this. So we have the top streamers and the top people that play that have all the friends and all the stuff. They're going to win the ladder. Okay, as I just recently went over. And I would look at it and I would say, okay, well, we know this is the outcome. We want those players to be happy too, but at the same time, we want to make the general population happy too, right? The casual player. So I myself personally have sat down and thought about how to fix this situation. How can we make both people happy? I came up with a solution. Now, I don't know who all watches my streams. I have came up with ideas before, and I'll be dead gummed if it wasn't a couple of weeks to 30, 40 days, sometimes 6 months. There it was, my ideal. Just plain as colors. And that's fine. I don't need any fame for any ideals I come up with and stuff like that. And I know I'm not the only one that might have thought of that. You know what I mean? Whatever. But just seeing it in the game tells me that that was a good idea. So check this out. So what we'll do is let's have a team play ladder. Okay. So your streamers and your people can get do what they do, and let's have a solo ladder. Now, the way the solo ladder would have to work is that it would have to be rules implemented like this. Okay. So let's just say you decided you wanted to play in a solo ladder. Well, there will be a check mark right there when you create your character, like they say, skip the campaign, hardcore. There'll be another one that says participate in solo ladder. So you click it, right? Now this character can't play with nobody else. He has to find all of his stuff himself. There is only a ladder for his class. There would be an overall ladder, but that would be like overall of the solo players, the top one that won them all. Okay, whatever. If they wanted to implement that, it would be like 5,000 people on the ladder deep. I would say would probably do it, or let's just say infinity. So everybody could kind of see how good they did. Okay, playing completely 100% solo, which in my gameplay is all solo. Because I'm one of the people that don't really. Well, let me be honest. I don't really like playing with others. I like playing myself. That's my preference of the game. But anyway, that's another whole video. So then I started thinking to myself, okay, well, what if this person was playing solo, but previously he had people that he liked to play with, and maybe he didn't want to roll another character. Okay, so you got this solo character he's put 75 hours into it. He wants it. It's built just the way he likes. He's found just the stuff he likes, and he wants to play with his friends. I have a solution. Yes, I do. So basically, what would have to happen is that character would be the same character you have would flip over and become a team player character when you unchecked the solo check mark. Okay, so you would have to play with him in a team now, and you couldn't. I mean, you could play with that character in solo, but it wouldn't go on the solo. Well, no, you couldn't play with him in solo. If you wanted to play solo, you had to hit that check mark again. I need to do a little bit more thinking into that. How would that? What if you wanted to play solo? Yeah, since you originally made him a solo player, you would have to check back the mark because you can't take the power you got with the team play that you've done and then convert it over to your solo player. See, that's how a lot of people cheat and win. So when you hit the check mark, it was going to put you right back where you was, XP, gear, everything, back where you was when you were playing solo. So then you'd have your team player when you clicked off, click the button, and then you'd have your solo player back when you click solo. That way you could play in both things with the same character. Personally, myself, I would just make a new character for team play and have this whole. But I'm just saying, if a person found what they really wanted to play with and stuff, they could convert it over to team play their team play. If they want to work on their solo character again, uncheck or check the mark back, and now you're solo, and you have all the stuff. You're right where you left off. Okay. So that would straighten that out, you know, to where you wouldn't be trapped into only getting to play solo if that's all you want to do. No, you would click over. Now, of course, you'd be with the first time you clicked over. Of course, you'd be level 1. This is why I would just roll a new character. But then, in saying that, by this being implemented, you wouldn't be taking up character slots. Okay, so that's why I even came up with this idea to where you could play in a team if you want to, or play by yourself if you want to, if it's a solo player. All right, so that's just one of the topics I wanted to kind of hit on today. It's a solution to where there could still be a ladder in both parts in the game, and whatever, right? Okay. I don't really see a lot of people do that anyway, because usually if you're going to play solo, you're going to play solo. Okay. I'm just saying it would be there if you wanted to play in a team or you wanted to play solo. One character takes care of it all. Okay. Another thing that kind of bothers me a little bit. It sort of bothers me, but it sort of don't. Okay, so like these new things that we're gonna get. I don't even know what they're called. I've only seen a little bit on the video. But anyway, in this new season that we're going to have, you find these things that you put in your gear and they do different things for you and such, right? But then when the ladder's over, they're gone. So you have built this character now that basically is built around these objects that we're going to find in this new season. And you got your whole build built around it. And what is it? When you get to level 1 million, what is it? I forgot how much gold it is to reset. 5, 6 million? 10 million, something like that. 10 million. Okay, guys. I don't really like it. I don't like it that it's going to be put into the game and then taken away. Okay, that's all I'm saying. I realize that being a content creator, or not a content creator, that's what I am. Being a game creator, you can keep, like people did, they kept stacking stuff on top of stuff on top of stuff and then implementing it into the game, and the game got crazy for anybody new that came along wanting to play. I remember me leaving for 6 or 7 ladders and then coming back and going, what? And I had to learn like a book this thick to start even playing again because of all the new stuff and how that would affect everything, and adding this new thing and how that would affect everything. And you know what I'm saying? The complication was outrageous. So much to learn, so much to think about that it was overwhelming. Okay, and I realize that Diablo 4 don't want to implement that in their game. Okay, I get it. All right. So if I was them, I would try to figure out a way to add stuff into the game where maybe it wouldn't so directly alter your character in such a way that that when it was taken away, the character would be completely burnt. Okay, that's what I'm saying. I got some ideals, but I haven't really thought them through all the way yet, so I really don't want to recommend anything that they should do. Uh, but I would try to go more on seasons like some mechanic in the game itself would change. You know, stuff itself in the game would change to where we could take the items that we already have and work them around being able to do that content or that thing they added or protect ourselves from what they added and stuff like that. You know, that when the season's over and it's not in the game no more, we can easily take our characters and put them back, put them back, whatever, or get ready for the next thing that's going to happen or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted to hit that topic a little bit. I am making a fire source. Um, you guys want to just see her real quick? I'll show you my gear real fast. I'm not going to read it all. You can just pause the video if you want to see it. Now, none of this gear is really heavily aimed toward this character because I got to find some stuff and I'm going to be switching stuff around. But as it is right now at level 50, this is what I came up with. I'm a fire source. I got damage over time, burning. Whenever I do my snake skill, what's it called? Whenever I do Inferno, meteors drop, whatever. I think I have. Let me read this again. I might have took the item off that makes meteors fall when I do that. If I did, I'm going to have to go back and try to find that. I might have took it off, guys. When I hit the snake, meteors are supposed to drop, but I don't see it in my gear. So, I gotta have it. I gotta be somewhere to do it. Let's do it. Let's see if meteors drop, because if they don't, I took a piece off that I should not have. No, I took it off. Okay, well anyway, what's supposed to happen is the meteor is supposed to drop all overboard when I'm doing the snake, and it's real effective. I was changing stuff around and doing so much stuff last night because I was trying to get all of my, all of these. I've got quite a few, but I still got quite a few to go. As you can see, I was all over the map trying to collect everything and get it all done. What's going on here? Oh. So, I still got a few more of these to get to. Just about got all of those done. Challenges, whatever, So, I wonder what item piece had that on. I'm going to go back and find it. But anyway, that's her. She said it's a work in progress. So guys, what do you think about there not being a ladder season? An actual ladder board, I'm saying. Does it give you an incentive to want to play, or are you just like, I don't know, Because it kind of makes me go, I'm not going to play the game for cosmetics, that's for sure. I mean, this is free. If I'm playing for cosmetics, that's not going to do it for me. I want something challenging. I want new items. I want new gear. At least change a mechanic in the game, add something to the game that's fun, like PoE. Let's just use it for instance. They set up these shrine things, kind of like what we have in the game here already. They'd set them up and you'd do this thing and you could get all kinds of drops off of it, and however good you did, blah 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? If you know anything about PoE, stuff like that, make it hard. The longer you're in there, like in the bubble, the longer you're in there, the harder it gets. But as high as you can go is the reward that you'll obtain. And then when you're just about to die, it stops. And then you get your reward for whatever you accomplished. And the XP and everything, you went as far as your character could possibly go. Stuff like that, you know what I mean? Make it interesting, make it fun. And if you can get all the way to the top tier in that, special items have a chance. Shaco, Doombringer have a chance to drop. And don't let it be a high chance, let it be a chance. Give people, inspiration to want to do the new ladder feature thing and give us a reason, I think that it's real ballsy of them to do what they've done, because giving people something like what they're doing with the little rocks we're going to find and we can stick it in our gear, giving you something like that, and who knows how powerful these things are going to be, and then coming in when the season's over and taking them away, that's pretty ballsy, I think. That's going to make a lot of people go, well, I really was enjoying it. That's the best build I ever made because they had that in there, and now it's gone, and here I am now. And they'll never reach that potential again. See what I'm saying? And what does that person want to do then? Quit. They want to quit because they can never reach that again. That's why I think messing with the character itself or messing with our legendary items is kind of like, whoa. You know, if it ain't going to be permanent, don't touch it. See what I'm saying? So I think I would, if I was them, you know, it's already too late now, they got to do it, but in future patches and future stuff, and I don't know who watches my videos, I've came up with ideas that's been implemented in games, you know, I can tell you one, and I'm not bragging or anything like that, and I'm probably going to be called a liar, but the truth is, I did come up with it. It was not in the game. And in some of my posts, if I went back, I could find the proof of it too, that I actually posted about that. Okay? Do you remember when Diablo got its, when the legendary item hit the ground and the beam shot up? Remember that? Do you remember when the game first came out and we were, and well, I'm not gonna say, I'm just gonna, whenever you would hit something, there would be different colors depending on what you did. Do you remember that? Do you know where I came up with that idea from? Old game Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat. When you would hit, it would be a different color for the harder that it was. So I mentioned it. A month later, it was in the game. Okay. And I do remember that I'm not the one that came up with the idea for the beam shooting up, but I was the one that came up with the different color hits. At least I posted about it. No one else did. Where the idea came from them, the same exact suggestion I made, who knows? Who knows? I don't want any credit. I don't care. I don't care. Well, it's whatever. Because, hey, if they implement my ideas in the game, it just tells me that I'm a person that comes up with good ideas. You know, whatever. I don't want any hype off of it or nothing. I could care less. It makes the game more fun. Put it in there, man. I don't care who came up with the idea. Frank's cousins, sisters, uncles, whatever. Who cares? You know what I'm saying? But anyways, guys, what do you think about the solo ladder idea? You know, being able to play solo if you want to, and compete in the solo ladder, play team if you want to, because it just flips your character over to this side. You know, check it back, it flips your character back over to this side. Get the best of both worlds, and you don't take up an extra slot to make it a character. Okay, you get to do it, whatever. And I know this can be implemented. It couldn't be that complicated, because basically all you're doing is moving your character to this realm, and then you're taking your character out of this realm to this realm. I mean, it's not complicated. It couldn't be that difficult. Alright guys, man, Open got logging. I just want to make a video so everybody can see. If you're not subscribed and you like my content, you kind of like hearing cool ideas and stuff, I come up with them all the time. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button, man. You know, hit the bell button so you can see when I do release. I don't release a lot of videos, but when I do them, it's fun. You know, I just do this for fun. Whatever. Alright guys, Open got logging out, man. We'll catch you in the next video. Hit that bell button. Hasta.